This is Corey again from 425 Cellars. Today we have two separate wines that we are looking at pairing. One of them is our Syrah, and the other one is a Malbec. The Malbec is made in a traditional Argentinian style. It's nice, big, bold, a lot of fruit, a lot of juice to it. And then on the Syrah side, it's not a typical Syrah that you may be thinking of from Washington State. A lot of what you taste in Washington State, for my palate at least, is way too much peppery, strong taste to it, and it kind of overwhelms it. I'd like to say our Heavenly Syrah is more of a elegant Syrah. But don't let that fool you, because it pairs very well with the foods that we're going to be having today. They both do. Today, James is going to explain to us why he decided to pair these two wines with our steak and how he made it and such. But either one of these would go very well with a steak or any kind of a big, fatty kind of meat. James?
Yeah, so exactly, Corey, I think you hit the nail on the head there. These wines, the Syrah being traditionally more bold type flavor, and the Argentinian style being more fruit driven. They're both kind of a little bit more mellow, but still pack a lot of flavor. So that's why we used a pepper crusted steak here. It has a lot of flavor, and it has a little bit of fat on it. So when you cook that, it just boosts that flavor and that aroma and that intensity through, which will meld beautifully with either one of these two wines, so the Medina Malbec or the Heavenly Syrah. And to keep with Father's Day tradition, gotta have fries with it.
And then we have a wonderful salad also to go along with that. So for Father's Day, happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. And for those that are interested, you can hit 425cellars.com website to purchase our any of these wines or any of the others I carry. And on top of that, I'll go ahead and deliver it to you free of charge, unless you're out of the state, of course. All right. Cheers.
Cheers.
Enjoy.
Cheers.
Okay, so I like to roast my own peppercorns. You don't have to do that. So I have a cast iron pan here on top of a gas stove set to moderate high heat. And I threw about 4 tablespoons of the black peppercorns on top. And in about 2 to 3 minutes, you'll start to hear them crack. Once you hear a bunch of cracking, you know they're about done, and you can take them off the heat source. Okay, so now the peppercorns have been roasting for about 2 to 3 minutes, and they're nice and warm, and we're gonna grind them up using a granite mortar. Now again, you don't have to do this. You can just use your pepper grinder and go on your steaks. Just make sure you coat them a very generous coating of pepper on both sides of the steak. Now that we've mashed up our pepper or put our pepper on our steaks, then we've coated it pretty evenly and nice and generously on both sides. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna put these into the cast iron with a little butter, about a tablespoon of butter, and maybe a teaspoon of olive oil, and we're gonna sear that for about 2 minutes on moderately high heat, and then it's gonna go on to the barbecue. After about a minute or two, so flip it over. See how it's not cooked nearly all the way through, but you still have a nice little brown crusted color on the top. Now that the steaks are off the cast iron, we're going to put them on the grill on super high heat. So mine's at 450, and depending on how you like it, it can be on here for about 2 minutes aside. You can get those too. Okay, after about 4 minutes on each side, I pulled them off the grill. Now I pulled them off at that time because some people like medium rare, some people like medium with our group tonight. But depending on what level of thoroughness that you want to cook it will depend on the time on there. So I pulled these off at about 132 to 135 for medium rare to medium. So you're gonna let them rest for about 5 minutes and plate and serve.
So we just finished dinner, and it was an amazing meal, and both wines were off the chart amazing. James and I decided to finish this up by saying which one would we prefer over the other. Both of them, like I said, were amazing, and they have their own place depending upon your palate. For myself, I chose the Syrah. I thought the Syrah was a really good pairing. It was nice, light fruit, wasn't overbearing. And because of the more high fruitiness of it, along with the peppercorn and the steak, it just married perfectly. James, what did you think?
Yeah, it was a really, really tough call. Either one go very well. I just tended to lean toward more the Malbec a little bit because of the subtlety of how the steak was prepared and how it was a little bit seared before it went on the grill. It didn't have the full like smoke aroma, super powering, high seared kind of tenderization of the meat, which is great. But we did both. So we did a little bit of cast iron first, and then we put it on the grill. So it kept the subtlety of the tenderness of the meat, which I thought went really well with the subtleness of the Malbec. The light fruits, the elegance of it, the fluorescent notes of it. I just thought it was an amazing pairing. For me personally, that was the way that I wanted to go with it, and I really like that. Not to say the Syrah didn't go well, because it did. I think either one is a good bet, but if I had to pick one, I'll just pick the Malbec.
And what this goes to show is the wine that you're drinking is the wine that's the best.
And that's always the most important.
That's right. So signing off from 425 Cellars, certified sommelier James Vasquez. I appreciate you watching. Cheers.
Cheers, Corey. And we want to, we know things are crazy right now, so we want to go live to our jam cams, and we have Corey Barnage to let us know how the traffic is going on I-5 South. Corey?